Shalom, good morning.
Shalom, good morning, Boker Tov.
Boker Tov.
Welcome back to the study. We're going to finish the first Parshah Vayikra. That's Leviticus. Now we are on the final chapter of this Parashah, and that is chapter 5. So we are reading in Vayikra, chapter 5, Leviticus, chapter 5. And we are reading about the different types of offerings, right? The offering for the Kohen Gadol, the offering for the whole community, the offering for individual sin offerings, and the differences when it's a lamb, when it's a bull, so how they do the different types of offerings. And now we are reading in chapter 5. We're going to continue with that. Let's go ahead and say the blessing and then we'll begin. Okay, Baruch Hu Adonai Hamvorah.
Baruch Yahweh Hamborah Leolam Ba'ed.
Baruch Atah Yahweh Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol hamim v'natalanu et Torato. Baruch Atah
Baruch
Yahweh
Atah Yahweh
Notei
Notei Torah Amen.
Amen. Okay, I'm going to share my screen and let me go back to that. Chapter 5. Okay, so chapter 5, verse 1. Let me just get the audio. It says, verse 1. We're getting the audio ready. Let's see, get that open.
Perek Hey.
There we go. Okay. Chapter 5, verse 1. And when a being sins in that he hath heard the voice of swearing, and is a witness, or hath seen, or hath known, but does not reveal it, he shall bear his crookedness. Or when a being toucheth any unclean matter, or the carcass of an unclean beast, or the carcass of an unclean livestock, or the carcass of unclean creeping creatures, and it has been hidden from him, he is unclean and guilty. Or when he toucheth the uncleanness of man, any of his uncleanness by which he is unclean, and has been hidden from him, when he shall know it, then he shall be guilty. Or when a being swears, speaking rashly with his lips to do evil or to do good, whether it is that a man swears rashly with an oath, and has been hidden from him, when he shall know it, then he shall be guilty of one of these. And it shall be, when he is guilty of one of these, that he shall confess that in which he hath sinned, and shall bring his guilt offering to Yahweh for his sin which he hath sinned, a female from the flock, a lamb, or a female goat, as a sin offering. And the priest shall make atonement for him for his sin. Let's hear that in the Hebrew, the first 6 verses. Here we go.
ונפש כי תחטא, ושמעה כל עלה, והוא עד, או ראה או ידע, אם לא יגיד ונשא עוונו. או נפש אשר תיגע בכל דבר טמא, או בנבלת חיה טמאה, או בנבלת בהמה טמאה, או בנבלת שרת טמא, ונעלם ממנו, והוא טמא ואשם. או כי ייגע בטומאת אדם, לכל טומאתו אשר יטמא בה, ונעלם ממנו, והוא ידע ואשם. או נפש כי תשבע לבטא בשפתיים להרע או להיטיב, לכל אשר יבטא האדם בשבועה, ונעלם ממנו. והוא ידע ואשם לאחת מאלה, והיה כי יאשם לאחת מאלה, והתוודה אשר חטא עליה. והביא את אשמו לאדוני על חטאתו אשר חטא, נקבה מן הצאן, כסבה או שעירת עזים לחטאת, וכיפר עליו הכהן מחטאתו.
Okay. And verse 7. And if he is unable to bring a lamb, then he shall bring to Yahweh, he who has sinned, 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering. And he shall bring them to the priest, who shall bring near that which is for the sin offering first, and wring off its head from its neck, but not sever it. And he shall sprinkle some of the blood of the sin offering on the side of the altar, and the rest of the blood shall be drained out at the base of the altar. It is a sin offering. And he shall prepare the second as a burnt offering according to the right ruling. And the priest shall make atonement for him for his sin which he hath sinned, and it shall be forgiven him. But if he is unable to bring 2 turtle doves or 2 young pigeons, then he who sinned shall bring for his offering 1/10 of an ephah of fine flour as a sin offering. He puts no oil on it, nor does he put any frankincense on it, for it is a sin offering. And he shall bring it to the priest, and the priest shall take his hand filled with it as a remembrance portion, and burn it on the altar according to the offerings made by fire to Yahweh. It is a sin offering. And the priest shall make atonement for him for his sin that he has sinned in any of these, and it shall be forgiven him. And it shall be the priest like a grain offering. Okay, so we have 3 different scenarios. If they couldn't bring a lamb or a goat, they could bring 2 turtle doves. If they couldn't bring 2 turtle doves, they could bring a grain offering. Okay. Let's hear that in the Hebrew. I read to verse 13.
ואם לא תגיע ידו דייסה, והביא את אשמו אשר חטא, 2 תורים או 2 בני יונה לאדוני, 1 לחטאת ואחד לעולה. והביא אותם אל הכהן, והקריב את אשר לחטאת ראשונה, ומלק את ראשו ממול עורפו, ולא יבדיל. והיזה מדם החטאת על קיר המזבח, והנשאר בדם, ימצא אל יסוד המזבח, חטאת. ואת השני יעשה עולה כמשפט, וכיפר עליו הכהן מחטאתו אשר חטא, ונסלח לו. ואם לא תשיג ידו לשתי תורים, או לשני בני יונה, והביא את קורבנו אשר חטא, 10 האיפה סולת לחטאת. לא ישים עליה שמן, ולא ייתן עליה לבונה, כי חטאתי. והביאה אל הכהן, וקמץ הכהן ממנה מלוא קומצו את אזכרתה, והקטיר המזבח על אישי אדוני, חטאתי. וכיפר עליו הכהן על חטאתו אשר חטא מאחת מאלה, ונסלח לו, והייתה לכהן כמנחה.
Okay, and verse 14. Verse 14, and Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, when a being commits a trespass and hath sinned by mistake against the set-apart matters of Yahweh, then he shall bring to Yahweh as his guilt offering a ram, a perfect one from the flock, with your valuation in shekels of silver, according to the shekel of the set-apart place, as a guilt offering. And he shall make good for the sin that he had done against that which is set apart, and shall add 1/5 to it and give it to the priest, and the priest shall make atonement for him with the ram of the guilt offering, and it shall be forgiven him. And when any being sins and has done what is not to be done against any of the commands of Yahweh, though he knew it not, yet he shall be guilty and shall bear his crookedness. Then he shall bring to the priest a ram, a perfect one from the flock, with your valuation, as the guilt offering, and the priest shall make atonement For his mistake he committed unintentionally, though he did not know it, and it shall be forgiven him. It is a guilt offering. He was truly guilty before Yahweh. So I read to verse 19. Let's go ahead and hear that in the Hebrew.
וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, נפש כי תמעול מעל, וחטאה בשגגה מקודשי אדוני, והביא את אשמו לאדוני, איל תמים מן הצאן, בערכך כסף שקלים, ושקל הקודש לאשם. ואת אשר חטא מן הקודש ישלם, ואת חמישיתו יוסף עליו, ונתן אותו לכהן. והכהן יכפר עליו באל האשם, ונסלח לו. ואם נפש כי תחטא, ועשתה אחת מכל מצוות אדוני אשר לא תעשנה, ולא ידע ואשם, ונשא עוונו, והביא איל תמים מן הצאן בערכך לאשם אל הכהן, וכיפר עליו הכהן על שגגתו אשר שגג, והוא לא ידע, ונסלח לו. אשם הוא, אשום אשם לאדוני.
Okay, that was to verse 19. And then we have a few verses in the next chapter. That's just because there's a difference in the numbering of the verses. We just have a few here. So chapter 6, and Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, when any being sins and committed a trespass against Yahweh, and has lied to his neighbor about a deposit, or about a pledge, or about a robbery, or shall extort from his neighbor, or hath found what was lost and has lied concerning it, or did swear falsely, so that he sins in regard to any one of all these that a man does, then it shall be when he sins, he shall be guilty, that he shall return what he took by robbery, or what he hath extorted, or the deposit which was deposited with him, or the lost item which he found, or all that about which he swore falsely. He shall repay its total value, add 1/5 more to it, and give it to whom it belongs on the day of his guilt offering. So let's hear the last part. I read the first five verses. Let's hear that in the Hebrew.
וידבר אדוני אל משה לאמור, נפש כי תחטא ומעלה מעל באדוני, וכיחש בעמיתו בפיקדון, או בתשומת יד, או בגזל, או עשק את עמיתו, או מצא אבדה, וכיחש בה, ונשבע על שקר, על אחת מכל אשר יעשה האדם לחטוא בהנה. והיה כי יחטא ואשם, והשיב את הגזלה אשר גזל, או את העושק אשר עשק, או את הפיקדון אשר הופקד איתו, או את האבדה אשר מצא, או מכל אשר יישבע עליו לשקר, ושילם אותו בראשו, וחמישיתיו יוסף עליו, לאשר הוא לא, יתננו ביום אשמתו.
Okay. And I think we have one more verse. Then he brings his guilt offering to Yahweh, a ram, a perfect one from the flock, with your valuation as a guilt offering to the priest. Okay, so the person that stole something and he had to add 1/5 to it, and then he brings his offering to Yahweh, a ram, a perfect one from the flock. Verse 7, and the priest shall make atonement for him before Yahweh. He shall be forgiven for whatever he did that made him guilty. I think that's the last part. Let's hear that in the Hebrew, verse 6 and 7.
ואת אשמו יביא לאדוני, איל תמים מן הצאן, בערכך לאשם אל הכהן. וכיפר עליו הכהן לפני אדוני, ונצלח לו על אחת מכל אשר יעשה לאשמה בה.
Okay. So that is the end of the Parshah Vayikra. Is there any comments, anything anybody wants to mention or add? Okay. So then we can read the blessing to conclude, to close the parsha. Here we go. Baruch hu et Yahweh HaMarak. Sorry, Baruch atah Yahweh Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natalanu Torah emet, v'kayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Yahweh.
Yahweh, noten Torah. Amen.
Amen. Okay. Well, thank you, everybody.
Amen. Shalom, shalom.
Have a very blessed Shabbat. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom. Blessings.